It's him again.
Here we go again. Messi! Mo Salah! Unbelievable!
It's 3-0, it's game over.
The cross back in, it's a great ball, back pass! Oh, they've done it! Western Sydney!
Hello and welcome back to the United by Football podcast. I'm Abs.
And I'm Thomas. Salam. Definition of what a week.
Mate, you know, between our weekend last weekend, between the last 24 hours in football, you know, the results over the weekend, even FPL if you want to call it that.
Yep.
It's been huge.
It has. And we only strive to get bigger and better, Salam.
We do. And let's just hope, let's just say my FPL standings get bigger and better.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't made the podium yet, Salam.
No, but one slight decision cost me a podium position, and I think it almost cost me catching second too. Now,
Some could say about Arsenal's title hopes as well, Salam.
no, get out of here.
Maybe one
Chelsea.
slight decision.
Now, the top three have not really changed, I think, since last week.
But the boys in first, and I'm proud.
Mate, our boy Tom Gacic, mate,
boy.
608 points.
That's a lot.
Followed by Oliver Ravlic.
Well, just before we get to the gracious man himself, you're actually getting better every week, and I've got to give it to you.
Look, you know, when you're around enough Croatians, you basically learn how to speak Croatian. And I'm now road raging in Croatian at this point.
Off the podcast, the rage, or
We're not going to disclose the words I've released out of my mouth, but third place, Kevin KG.
the boy.
500.
I see a fourth for the first time in about 50 episodes. I don't know why there's a fourth there. We normally do top three.
The boy is creeping, and I'm going to win my own freaking prizes, mate.
Imagine he wins the sponsor prizes. Just imagine how that's going to work. I don't see that.
It'd be an absolute disgrace if I won this thing. It actually would. It actually would. For me to win my own league, I'm in two other cash leagues. I'm far and wide gone. I'm about 50 points ahead of second place in one of them. And I think the other one is like a head-to-head system. And I'm about a game clear of that too. I'm having the time of my life with FPL.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're also going to have a time of the life if you do win those prizes, because can I say, the Lightweight Athletic Club prizes are tops, mate. Their fabric, their material, the people there are, and the staff around there, Salam, it's a really good company. And for me, we're privileged to work with them.
Let me give you an insight. Anthony, the owner of Lightweight Athletic, was just in Portugal for about a week and a half, I think. And it was basically going in to see how everything was made, the factories, all of that. And again, it's not made in China. It's not made, in Vietnam or, any sort of, let's just say, lesser quality product.
Absolutely.
This is proper, as I think the socks are the same as the Man City
I
socks
think so.
as well.
I wish I could perform like that.
But UBF15, use it at checkout.
That's the code.
And we can't forget the corner post as well at Wetherall Park. We'll let them, there's a bit of news eventually to come out there as well.
And we'll let them discuss it on their own terms.
That's their own terms.
Some really exciting stuff for the corner post, and they've really been with us from day dot, and we can only express our gratitude.
Now, we had our show planned and we had everything written down as we usually do.
We did, Salam.
Our show guide. But as the football world never fails to surprise us, we've had a few things. Let's kick it off with who won the Ballon d'Or.
I swear to God, when I woke up this morning, I had my candidate. Shock. The candidate didn't win it. Vinicius Jr. I don't get it. That brother single-handedly carried Madrid.
Alongside third place, Jude.
So we got single-handedly carried Madrid.
Yeah.
Especially in that semi, bro. It was unplayable. Cuz.
Look, I rate it. Not Rodri winning it. The one thing I rate, that whole Madrid team did not show up.
Are you a Madrid supporter?
I am. No, I rate it. They backed their boy, bro.
Okay.
Vinny didn't show up. Jude didn't show up. Mbappe didn't show up.
Listen, I personally don't like that. I think if you're invited to the most prestigious award in your sport, bro, that's a bit disrespectful. Now listen, coming second and third respectively for the same club, it's a bit disrespectful.
6 of the top 10 Real Madrid players, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that. Second, third, fourth, 6.
Did Ancelotti make top 3 or something?
No. Vinny finished second. Jude finished third.
Ancelotti, the coach, who won the...
Did he win it? No, he didn't win it. I don't think so. But they won Club of the Year. But that's what I like. Bro, with all due respect to Audrey, top player. But he didn't even get nominated for Premier League Player of the Year.
Salam, as my good friend Gary Neville would say, the game's gone. When a holding midfielder wins it, the game's gone.
Look, I'll say this, and you said the most prestigious award. For me, this is an award handed out by journalists. Journalists.
It is losing credibility, I agree.
It's losing credibility.
I agree
And why do
completely.
you think Messi won so many? Why do you think these fan favorites won so many? And with all due respect to a lot of the African players that were nominated, you go look at the voting for the African journalists. They're voting for who they like. Nothing to do with who's not just counted there. Go to the South American as well. They'll vote for the players in their country.
Of course.
Alexis Sanchez about 7 years ago was nominated for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Half of South America put him in second and third.
Fair enough.
This award means nothing nowadays.
I know. It's lost credibility. Absolutely agree.
It lost credibility for me when, I know it's a bit personal, but when Thierry Henry came second to Paulo Nedved.
Fuck, the brother wasn't even born yet.
I was born.
Okay.
I wasn't necessarily, but you go back and watch Thierry Henry's season that season.
It was robbed.
Haaland a few seasons
That season,
ago.
I agree. Robbed.
Lewandowski a few
Completely
seasons
robbed.
ago.
Completely robbed.
Van Dijk a few seasons ago. I'll sit
Completely
here and
robbed.
name it. I'll sit
Completely
here and
robbed.
name players. But for me, Rodri should not have won that award.
Producer's currently on the phone searching that exact same moment. And he's having a look at himself. It's for me, that moment as well, Salam, I agree. I think it was 14 assists Nedved got or something, or 14 goals compared to Henry's.
I think it was like 11 goals.
Something, bro.
Don't fact check us
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
but compared to Henry's season, it
Off the
was
scale, Chris.
ridiculous.
Off the scale,
man.
bro.
Look, who do you think should have won?
Vinicius.
Vinicius.
Simple as that.
I think Vinny or Jude. I personally.
No.
Jude's season last year was big, bro. They didn't have a proper striker.
Please don't glaze him more than a Krispy Kreme donut.
No.
Please don't.
I would have been happy with any of the Madrid boys. Personally. Whether it was Jude, they're never going to give it to an English player.
Take the white jersey off. Take Hala Madrid off.
Yeah.
Take the Emirates off.
Yeah.
It's Vinny. Or Jude.
Look,
For you.
but it's Vinny or Jude.
Okay.
Bro,
Okay.
You could take it either way. I think, like I said, they're never going to give it to an English player.
Completely agree.
I don't think
Completely.
they ever have, aside from
Michael
Owen.
Yeah.
But then again, he ended up doing the Jude Bellingham round, played for Real Madrid.
Fair enough.
But on to the next thing.
Mate, there was a plethora, some would say, Salam, of news that broke. Before we get to my greatest moment of the week, bit personal, Erik ten Hag. Has he gone back to Ajax and they've all shaken hands to go, thank you for giving us 300 million? That brother's sitting on 17 million for the next 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
Just kicking it, going home, whatever. Fuck, man. Are you shocked?
No.
You caught it. I know you caught it. I know you're very proud of that. That was the first thing at 12:01 in the group chat.
Yeah, the group
I
chat
caught it,
was
guys.
on the story, bro.
No, I caught it. We understand that, Salam. But no, for me, I am personally not surprised.
No.
I'm personally not surprised. Shock. I think the nail in the coffin, I'll be honest. You tell me when and I'll tell you if I back it. What game do you think it was this season?
Ooh. For me, I think it went downhill from the 3-3.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
I'll say this, though, and I said it on the story. That club's problems are much deeper than him.
Of course.
Okay?
mate. Of course.
You look at, and I'll entertain the fans for a second.
course.
We're gonna bring back Mr. Statman.
Statman has been long absence on the show. I'm personally glad that Statman's back. Hopefully for not a wasteful use of resources, Salam. as some would say.
No. We've got the resources.
We've got the resources available.
So Alex Ferguson, the great man himself, okay? 810 games played, 65.2% winning record. Fair play. Jose Mourinho, Erik ten Hag, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Louis van Gaal all literally have 2% between them. 51.3 for Van Gaal, 51.4 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 51.8% winning record for Ten Hag, and 53.8% winning record for Jose Mourinho. Now, Jose Mourinho played 8 more games, or managed 8 more games, than Erik ten Hag.
Okay.
Now, the only difference between Ten Hag...
This is only Premier League, correct?
This is only Premier League. The only difference between Ten Hag and the rest of them is Ten Hag lost more games. He didn't draw as much, either won or lost.
Okay.
For me...
At least it's not a fence sitter.
These are all guys that coached after Sir Alex Ferguson.
Of course.
Sir Alex Ferguson had control of that whole club.
Yeah, brother.
He ran that club.
That was his club.
What that goes to show me is whoever you bring in is not going to make a difference. And get that through your thick heads.
I agree.
Because you're going to sit here and bring in that sporting manager. Sorry, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Apparently it's a verbal agreement already agreed.
Because they can agree. Ten Hag was in the same position. We thought it was the next big thing.
Yeah,
you brought him in, you killed his career. Jose was never the same after United.
My question to you before we go on a Man United podcast, which I couldn't stand. Where is ETH's next destination, Salam?
Vacation.
Okay, to any particular place?
I don't think
Australia?
Tom, he's not. Pardon my French. That job, I think, fucked him up.
I agree, yeah. I completely agree.
No manager has managed at United,
I agree.
left the club, and been the same.
I agree.
Look at Van Gaal. Van Gaal, yeah, he went on to coach the Netherlands, but he's still, you can tell, he wasn't the Van Gaal that he was
I
before.
completely agree.
David Moyes took him about 6 years to get back to what David Moyes should have been. That club is in deep shit.
Boy, yeah, absolutely agree.
And I said it about 2-3 months ago on our video, and I said that they're going to get rid of him, stopgap manager. Who is it going to be? Van Nistelrooy. I personally think he stabbed him in the back.
What?
There's been talk from the start of the season that he wants that job.
Well, you're not coming into a system to just sit there.
No, but I don't know.
Hey, eras come to an end.
Look, eras come
That's
to
it.
as
That's
he
it.
said.
Just end it as that.
And
Here is that.
it's a shame. It's a freaking shame that the one game, let's just say that was the final nail in the coffin, his players were missing open goals. You can't blame him for that stuff, man.
Is that a conspiracy? Is that a suspicion? I don't know. Well, it wasn't a pen. It wasn't a pen. We'll speak about it.
Forget the pen.
It wasn't a pen.
Dalot's open chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Even I put that away. And that says a lot.
We'll move on from there.
There we go.
First of all, massive congratulations and a big clap to could be a fellow acquaintance very soon. The Matildas, Salam. Tom Swainer. Big clap to Tom.
Mate.
Tom, Jules, clap your hands in the back, mate. Sorry, I didn't hear. First of all, massive congratulations. Obviously, I personally know Tom as well from my time at the club, still there, and lovely gentleman.
Yeah.
He's an absolutely lovely gentleman. I know, Abs, you had the pleasure of meeting him as well.
Yeah.
Just a down-to-earth bloke. And he kept saying, I never forget, he goes, boys, I'm just an interim. I'll tell you what, keep up performances like that. You won't be an interim too long.
Yeah. Look, Tom Sermani is a household name, and I think I mispronounced that. I think it's Sermani. Tom Sermani. He's coached the Matildas more than one occasion.
Correct.
Okay. And the way they played yesterday to go 1-0 down against Germany, to come back, that goal by Cooney Cross, I've watched it about 100 million times this morning. She could have passed it to Michelle Heyman.
Yeah.
She was on the run.
Yeah.
She was like, nah. She's like, I've been doing it. I saw the interview. She's like, I've been doing it in training for the last God knows how many weeks.
What sort of training deal does that, but just to crack it from about 40 yards?
I feel bad for the key. I feel bad for Mackenzie.
Even Claire Hunt's, man, she made great contact off the corner, bro.
It felt like a breath of fresh air because Cooney Cross wasn't necessarily playing in the 6 that game. She pushed up a bit higher. She played closer to an 8 or a 10, and I think we saw the best out of her.
Yeah, man.
Now, I think Jonas Eidevall really didn't play that high, and I think her best game comes being that active 8.
Yeah. Well, Gustafsson's gone. Jonas is gone. Hopefully, we're going to see the best of Kyra.
100%. And I think they're getting... He's looking to get the best out of Mary as well.
Of course.
And we've been talking about it for weeks.
That's generational.
Sam Kerr's not even back yet.
Yeah, man.
And they play Brazil, I believe, in 2 days.
Yeah, no, bro, they play good.
They're playing good, man. I'm excited.
But I'm really glad for Tom. Seriously, I'm really glad. And I'll never forget it. It was staying with me for a while. He goes, boys, I'm just an interim. Keep playing like that, mate. You never know where that job can land. And obviously, I was looking up before we went on the show, Abs. Mate, he's worked in the women's USA setup as well.
Yeah.
So he's been around the block. He knows his stuff. So I'm personally, that's a brilliant. Some people call it a stopgap appointment. Yeah. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
He's a women's football specialist.
Correct.
There's not many people that could turn around and say that. And I know there's a lot of coaches, and I hate when coaches can't crack the men's game and settle for the women's game. That's not right. I think we need to see more of coaches that want to coach the women, want to coach a women's style football team because it's a different game.
We said at the start, you just sort of gave a bit of a spoiler there.
Yeah.
Completely different sport. Completely different sport, completely different game. People have to accept that. And just a massive congratulations to the Matildas, first time in 19 years. Congratulations. Tom, hold that mug high, brother. Hey guys, if you don't know, check the story.
Well, have we missed anything else?
I'll tell you what, you know what we missed? That Melbourne City's keeper's training practices, his reflexes. Dear God, brother. 3-1 victory. I was close. We did a collaboration with Don Ball's chats, and I predicted 2-1 victory. Salam predicted 2-1 City. How's that going for you, Salam?
Man, I had hope. But at the same time, I did say that Melbourne City would finish bottom.
3-30, bro.
Yeah.
3-30.
Look, I just think that Melbourne victory turned up.
Yeah.
And even then, I could say this isn't the Melbourne victory that we know.
Yeah.
So It was, but
How good was Velupile, but?
it was good. It was done in half an hour.
Yeah, it was
we were talking with Jeremy.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Jeremy, by the way.
head out to our Instagram. You actually see the video there and on the TikTok as well. And he captured a bit of the day for us.
Yeah.
And
Top bloke.
He's a top bloke. And keep an eye. Might see some more content with him.
Especially maybe that book in front of my good co-host. Maybe got to do with there. So
we'll see
something
that.
about Australian football.
May or may not be this weekend. So we'll keep you guys up.
May or may not, keyword.
But yeah, look, it was done early on, man.
Yeah,
Velupile was on it. And
I think for me, he's been. People have criticised him over his shooting ability.
Yeah.
I think they argue it, bro. He pushed aside that City defender and found his mate bottom left. Great finish.
Look, we said it when Alex Brosk was on the show that Vargas could be a key, and he just scored within 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, bro.
It was done. And look, Melbourne City, because they've got you've got players like Nabu there.
Lecky.
Like, come on. I don't understand it. Like, I predicted them to finish in the bottom four, but when it comes to them on paper, it's kind of like
It's a big call as well.
Something's not clicking.
You know what? For me, I said McLaren's a massive loss, and I think Joe rightfully reminded me. You know who's going to be a bigger loss, Salam, and I saw it in this game. Salam. Yeah, bro.
I got some words with that, brother.
Okay.
He was neck and neck with our boy Leo Senna.
Just relax. Oh yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah.
Bro, Torsalan,
Yeah.
midfield looks shocking, bro.
No,
if
I agree.
Ryan Teague is scoring,
Yeah.
we've got problems.
Nah, bro.
Albeit, love Ryan. What the off the ball work you do, exceptional. But nah, man, seriously, Torsalan's going to be a massive loss, and I never accounted for that.
Yeah.
And mate, I watched that game and that shut me up quick.
Look, my question to you is: do you think Melbourne victory can carry this on? Do you think that
Yeah.
they're good enough from what you've seen in 2 games to actually take it and possibly win this thing this season?
If you're bringing Arzani off the bench,
Yeah.
gets his first minutes of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Look,
Yeah. I predicted them to win it all. Bear in mind, I'll never say Sydney FC to win anything. But I personally can see victory, not comfortably, but I think without minimal resistance, I think victory will be all right.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Look,
I think easily.
I back what I said. I think Melbourne City are still going to finish towards that bottom 4. And I think if they keep it up the way they're going, if they're going to keep getting basically turned over and, part of my French, bent over like that.
What minute was that?
It's not going to be well. It's not going to go well for them at all. And I fear for their coach as well.
Well, go from a expected result to a surprise. Eli Adams. I think Lawrence Thomas and him are from the exact same postcode, exact same town, maybe exact same street. Someone will find that out. Brother, that second goal,
Yeah.
the brother got nominated for goal of the round twice.
I called him the Toowoomba Thierry Henry.
Alliteration?
He's
or?
from Toowoomba.
Okay.
That goal was the epitome of Thierry Henry 2006.
From Toowoomba.
Toowoomba Thierry Henry. We've had the Stockport Andres Iniesta
Stockport. Okay.
with Phil Foden. Now with Eli Adams, we've got the
Well done, Salah. Man, quick double as well in quick succession.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then on the field, you're having a blinder. In goals, Ryan Scott. Massive penalty save, brother, stoppage time.
Yeah.
And MacArthur played all right, man. But I just think they were surprised, and they were surprised quick.
Yeah.
I don't think they expected that. But even the Jed drew to Malin Yakulish, bro.
the ball from Jed was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man.
The pace he got on it,
bro.
the accuracy he got on it, and your boy got on the end of it as well.
Can I say, are you surprised? Because you, rightfully so, and I think you can admit it, you maybe weren't expecting Yakulish around in that top 5.
No.
And I obviously got a bit of crow bias in. Yeah. But tell me, did you expect anything of that sort from him so far at the start of the season?
No, not in that form.
Okay.
Because, you look at MacArthur, we thought they'd do well, but I thought they'd do well as a team. I never expected standouts like we have seen already this season. But when it comes to Jakolic, I think he's only growing. He's only getting better. Jed Drew, though.
Jed Drew, bro.
I stand by what I said. I think this brother's going to be a Socceroo by the end of the season.
Okay.
And I think his good friend Holman, I know they lost.
Falcon. Sorry.
Mate, Falcon. Mate, Falcon's always a Socceroo.
My apologies. Sorry, Karen.
Nah, but when it comes to Holman as well, he's
I like
killing
Holman.
it.
I do like Holman, brother. I really, really do.
Quick to the next game, Adelaide United Central Coast.
First game for Adelaide? Looked all right. Luka Jovanovic. I saw in the story Kunda replace. Obviously, they're boys. Hopefully, Luka learned some things from the story and keeps up his good performance. I liked it, man. I like what I saw from Adelaide's. The boy Dylan, right back.
Shout out to Dylan, mate.
Shout out
Mate,
to Dylan.
you're putting in the yards at right back, mate. Love.
Hey, bro, man. Where Carl Vietz tells you to play, you got to play.
You'd know from experience, Thomas, from a winger that's played at fullback. At least Dylan had to, the coach asked him today, you've been put there by
I think I'm going to quickly...
unfortunate choice.
Not unfortunate choice, Salam. I think it's a failed winger goes back up the field, but obviously Dylan is not a failed winger. Dylan has a long, illustrious career left in the A-League, whereas I'm on the podcast with Salam.
Yeah, mate. Well, welcome
Someone's had
to the
an honour.
podcast. It's an absolute honour. Should be grateful.
Mate, you know what else was an honour? Perth, flattering result. Seriously, to only get done 2-0.
Against Wellington.
Only 2-0.
Yeah.
Man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Wellington had chances, mate.
Look, when it comes to Wellington, and I'll say it, I think they've been overshadowed by their neighbour.
It's a good start.
It's 2-2.
It's a good start.
Right.
There's a derby coming up.
Right, you can rock up. I think I figured out who I'm supporting in this derby.
Okay, I thought he was going to say in the league. I went, oh my God, you're going to change from Wanderers to FC to Auckland.
No. Yeah, bring your little flag or whatever they had. They fly it over the stadium.
I like that. But it's good. It's good for the league. It adds a bit of spice. I don't mind that.
It's cute. It's cute.
Should I be deleting that video from our page where I said Perth Glory surprise packet, or
Please, straight away, go onto YouTube now and just hit.
you reckon? Or you reckon it's too early? Be honest.
Nah, bro, they just don't look at it. They really don't. Between MacArthur last week,
6-1 was embarrassing.
6-1 embarrassing,
was
and then
embarrassing.
Wellington basically just playing around with them. Could have been any more than 2-0, and just I don't know. I can't wait for this relegation to come in.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally, because I'm sick of seeing teams like Perth.
Yeah.
And with all due respect, I think, Western United looked good against you guys, but that's probably the best they're going to get. Ibusuki's never going to play that well. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But I don't know.
Going on to my game of the round, Salam. Sorry, getting a bit excited now. 1-0, brother. 1-0 to the Auckland. 1-0 to the Auckland.
Behave yourself, mate.
Okay, was it a penalty for FC?
Yes. I'm over VAR. No matter, I don't care what league we're talking about at this point. I'm over VAR. And it should look, at the end of the day, it should have been. You can't let this go in, man. You can't.
He did a back heel.
It's a shame because Hayden Matthews and Popovic were playing so well.
Matthews got a man of the match, I suppose.
Some team of the week or something, I'm pretty sure. Though.
FIFA, fuck, what's his rating?
No, not that team of the week. But like the A-League team of the week. And I've seen him even through
He did cracker, bro.
a few different pages.
He's going to have a big year.
And I think he's the next big shipment out, if you want to call
I
it
agree,
that.
yeah. For me, like I said to you, and we had a chat to Ufik as well in the derby. He's, for me, has got better potential than Jake Gerwoodreich. Personally, for me, for me, he's got better potential.
Yeah, look,
he just looks at, bro. Sometimes you look at a player and you look at their frame, you look how calm they are.
Yeah.
Bro.
Look, I can see Matthews playing in Europe. I can see him playing in England, whether
What's
it's...
the matter, Netherlands?
Yeah.
Or Sweden?
It's giving like...
It's giving
It's
again.
giving,
Fuck,
sorry. It's giving like Ipswich, or he's going to come through the championship.
Straight to the Premier.
No, the Ipswich when they go back down the season. It's giving that kind of player, and he's going to grow. Look at Harry Suter.
Harry
Suter grew with Leicester, came up...
Unpopular
eventually.
opinion, I love Harry and everything he's done for the Socceroos. He wouldn't be half the play without his height.
Yeah, you can't say that. That's every centre-back, except Lissandro Martinez, the butcher. You can't say that. The high
I don't know.
Centre-backs are generally meant to be tall.
Yeah, but he's
He's a mobile Harry Maguire.
a bit taller as well.
Yeah. But back to the game itself.
My apologies.
Man, it's a shame. We shouldn't have lost that game. I'm worried because Joe Lolly comes off.
Yeah.
Douglas Costa pulled out before the game, and apparently it's a hamstring injury. We don't know.
Shit.
We don't know how long it's going to be. Okay. So depending on the grade, I think it's grade 1 or grade 3, whatever the minimum one is. It could be 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think if it's a mid grade, it's about 2 to 4. Like it just depends. Okay. So we might not have him back till after the derby possibly. And then Joe Lolly, I haven't heard anything yet.
Complaining?
I'm worried, man.
On to that derby fixture. The other team, Western Sydney Wanderers. Brother Barello's goal was off its head.
Strength, pace, power.
Did you see the ball from Milo?
Yeah.
The touch to nutty that player and then play it through. Yeah. Hopefully Barello carries his form on, man.
A fit Barello will be good for the Wanderers.
Of course.
And I think you forget how strong he is. You forget
Yeah,
how quick
bro.
he is. It's just the way he was kind of able to play in between the two centre backs, push them off, go through, and then
What a
just
finish, bro.
clinical.
Yeah, man.
Now, I got a bone to pick with the Wanderers.
You got many.
You're missing a mobile midfielder, man.
Yeah, bro. We're missing a midfield, bro.
Juan,
No, call it how it is, bro.
Juan, everything needed to go through him, and they were just giving the ball to Juan and do what you need to do.
Agree.
Problem is, he doesn't have legs, bro. He does.
Thank you for
great
pointing out the
player.
obvious.
He doesn't have legs, but then you've got Priestman and Brilliante behind him, who I don't think suit having him in a team.
No.
But on top of that, neither of your fullbacks are necessarily, at least Klua. Klua wasn't really
like Gabriel.
great defender.
Yeah. He can't attack.
Can't attack.
Can't attack.
All right, and then you've got the other side with Clisby. He can't go too far up because
He can't go too far back as well. I don't know, man.
Look,
I don't know.
Your attack is vital. Why wasn't even with why wasn't Timokovsky on the bench? Very surprised. He was on the bench for the derby.
Salam said around 6th. I said hopefully 5th, and that was pulling at my heartstrings. Keyword, very hard pulling on my heartstrings. I'm going to say right now, Salam, we'll be lucky to get top 6.
I think you need a good run of form.
Uh-uh.
You need that win. Look,
We will be lucky to get top 6.
I'll say this. I kind of agree. I think you'll float around 6th, 7th, 8th. But what's going to need to happen is I think it's going to take a few games for Alan to figure out how he can get the most out of this team. Once he finds it, I think you'll be okay. And I think what's going to require, as fuck does this sound?
Do you like the 4-4-2?
No. I think Juan's got to go to the wing.
Move on there, Salam.
No. I think Juan's got to go to a right.
Where's he going to run?
No.
Please tell me, where's he
No,
going to
no.
run?
Hear me out. Juan's got to go to... I don't like the 4-4-2.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you don't have any other midfielders to play a 4-3-3.
So who'd you play?
I'm not saying get him. And no.
Who's your second row of four?
Thomas, you're a coach.
Milanovic on the left?
Hold on.
No, let's go. Milanovic on the left.
Milanovic on the left. Left mid Milanovic.
Yeah.
Juan Mata right mid.
Never played there in his life, but carry on.
Oh, come
Sorry, my apologies, carry on.
Juan Mata right
Yeah.
mid. You got Barello up front.
Yeah.
And pick any other striker you
No,
need.
who's your two in the
It's going to have to be Priestman and Brilliante. Who else do you have? And when I say right mid, I'm not saying touchline winger. He's going to obviously...
Juan Mata hug the line.
No, I'm not saying hug the line.
If he comes inside, it's still a 4-3-3.
Okay.
Milo goes up, it's still a
All right, but it's
4-3-3.
the only way you can play a player like Klua or even bring Simmons back and have legs around him and have him come in.
Apologies, won't make a
Where are you
fucking
going to play him?
difference.
Where would you play?
Won't make a fucking difference.
Okay, where do you play Juan Mata?
False 9.
False 9. Yeah. Where are you going to go with the rest of your attackers? Milo Barello.
Barello?
Yeah.
Barello?
Yeah.
Anderson fucks off.
Yeah.
Barello?
Yeah.
Mata?
Yeah.
Milo?
Yeah.
I was about to say Eunice. Hammond, Simmons, whichever one you want on the right.
Yeah.
Pressman Brilliante. Mata up top.
So
We can't press, bro. Have you seen our pressing game?
hold on.
Have you seen our pressing game?
No, I haven't. It doesn't
Non-existent.
exist. Yes. I know. So you go on Priestman, Brilliante in midfield. Who's in front? You got Juan Mata at false 9. Who's the third midfielder?
It's a 4-4-2.
You're playing 4-4-2.
Obviously, fuck, it's Alan's
So
formation.
you've got Barello, Juan Mata up front.
Yeah.
Milanovic on the
On the
left.
left, right,
Whoever you want.
Hammond, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. Who would you get? Who would you get to play?
Who would
your
I get?
ideal. Your ideal.
Douglas
midfielder.
fucking Costa.
No, I'm talking about a midfielder.
Who's my right?
Who's your ideal midfielder?
In the A-League?
I'm not trying to
In
piss you
A-League?
off. Yes, I'm asking you. Who would you bring in if you could, Thomas, tomorrow? You could bring in this player to play midfield for the Wanderers to turn it into a 4-3-3. Who are you playing?
I'm not going to pick someone for Sydney FC. That's just not possible. Fuck. I've got a candidate. I've got a candidate. Jake Holman or Jack Brimmer from Auckland.
I think Holman will be a good fit. Brimmer as well. Now,
Can we move on, please, before I
look,
physically have a brain aneurysm?
I'm an FC fan. But
Thanks, wow.
But I genuinely want the Wanderers to do well.
Thank you, Salam.
Because, as we said, Victory, Western Sydney Wanderers, Sydney FC, those three teams are doing well.
It's a good league, bro.
It's a good league.
Of course it is.
And I think it's just like I said, it's a few performances away. I'd hold your head up high. Hold your head up high.
My therapist.
Hold your head up high.
Thank you.
And I think one win and it's all it's going to take and you're going to get on a bit. Just hope by the Sydney derby you're not necessarily bottom.
And we'll move on swiftly from there.
Right.
Some will call it the best league in the world, especially when Chelsea's doing well. The Premier League, Salam. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2.
Where do we start?
I want to take you to the 90th minute. For me, Kivior does nothing wrong against Dominic.
I agree.
Now, the only contentious point that I can see is when Havertz goes with Kanate and it hits here. Is that shoulder or is it arm?
Well,
I'm just asking.
It hits here. It's your shoulder. It's part of your shoulder, isn't it? Isn't there a rule?
Talk to Howard. Where's Howard? Howard's there.
I want to talk to Thomas Miletic first.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
Isn't there a rule? I might be wrong. It could be a whole different sport, but if I
I'm about to be
remember,
wrong as well.
if it hits any part of your sleeve,
Yeah.
is it not a handball?
Judging by the offside rule and how many times they've fucked around with it, I don't know. I'm not going to say here and profess that I'm got a doctor's degree in that. I have no idea.
Well, I can confirm.
I've no idea.
I can confirm to you the foul was given for the Kivior jump.
Get fucked.
Yes.
How'd you find that out?
Freaking when he blew the whistle, and they confirmed it as well. It was given for the Kivior.
Yeah, but no, because he did it and then he blew as soon as he was about to hit the post. What the fuck?
I don't know, bro. I'm done with it. And then what about the penalty shot for Martinelli?
Yeah.
He wiped him out.
Yeah.
I don't understand what agenda they've got against Arsenal at this point, but I'm over it. I'm honestly over it. I'm done with this bullshit because on top of that, we have injuries again. Saliba's gone. Gabriel's come off injured. Timber's come off injured. And every Liverpool fan that sits there, you're not good enough. You couldn't beat us with half a side.
Oh, relax.
Our back four at the end of the game, did you see it? Did you see it?
Miles Skelly.
Freaking Ben White, Kivior, and Partey.
Thomas.
Everyone was out of position except for Miles Skelly, and he's 17, 18.
I saw that. Blaming him for the Salah goal or?
No, that's Kivior. I was going for a freaking jog. Watch it. No, watch it. He's just casually
because I saw miscommunication there between Kivior and Miles Skelly. Skelly started on the out, then went in. I'm going, if that brother's going centre back, we've got a problem there.
You gotta just ask yourself, bro. Like, our defenders actually stay on the field, don't get injured. Timber had Salah, I'm not going to say it, in his back pocket the whole game, but he had dealt with him very well.
Okay. I want to go to seriously a positive thing, and we've glazed Cole Palmer many times, and rightfully so. Bukayo Saka showed what Bukayo Saka does best. You give any Premier League defender prime Bukayo Saka, bro,
Struggling.
there, shouldered him, and Robertson's a Scot. He's a fucking angry fuck.
Yeah.
So he'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Nutty's the guy, and then send the top right. Kelleher just go, stick an arm out.
If there
Near
was
post, bro, what a finish.
That goal was a definition of sit the fuck down.
Yeah, bro.
That was...
Well, ironically, Keller was kneeling and Robertson was halfway down to Glasgow.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Like,
What
I
a
love
finish,
my team.
cuz. What a finish.
And I'll be honest with you, and I'll put this up on my personal story the other day. It's us against the world.
All my boys laughed at you, by the way.
Huh?
All my mates laughed at
They
you.
can laugh at me. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Laugh at me, laugh at Arsenal fans. At this point, it's us against
Do you have
the
any
world.
other jerseys besides Arsenal?
I wear Arsenal to bed.
What about...
I've got my Arsenal tidy whities as well. What do you want to know, mate? No, I'm joking. I don't have Arsenal tidy whities. But
Arsenal's second goal. Brother, I saw Van Dijk 10 minutes later get the equaliser. Okay, maybe poor defending by Partey. Maybe some would say. Van Dijk got in front of him. For me, Liverpool were just starting to assert themselves. Maybe Diaz was getting more on the ball, not being scared, taking players on.
Yeah.
Fuck, you got a goal at a good time, but great time. And you know what? Some were saying McKill just slightly offside. Nah, brother. Marino, beautiful header, great header, powerful header as well. I think he's been really, really looking good. What's your thoughts on Marino?
look, he's been, I'm not going to say shaky. I think it's taken him a few games to get used to the league.
Yeah, but I think this was the game where he established himself. Not necessarily because of the goal, but he commanded that midfield, bro. I think he had a better game than Rice, personally, for me.
No. Rice was just... Rice, that was prime Rice in the six. It was. It genuinely was. Like, that's Rice in his preferred position.
Which is backwards.
And at his best.
Playing backwards.
Controlling the game. Bro, when you've got...
From the halfway circle?
Thomas, you're a coach. When you've got your six, you're meant to be, whether you're passing backwards or passing forwards or moving with the ball, he does it when he needs to. That's his strongest game. Partey is a forward progressive.
What's a six job?
Depending on what team you're asking.
Mikel's team.
Mikel's team. 8, obviously, to protect the back four.
Yeah, shadow that back four, the two centre backs.
But B, also be able to control the tempo of the game.
Control tempo. Do you think it's also not necessarily to play a progressive pass into the strikers, God no, but do you think it's maybe to play a progressive pass tier 8 or tier 10? Do you reckon it's possible? And break a line, maybe?
When your 10 is Leandro Trossard and not necessarily a
Still a fucking Premier League.
renowned midfielder.
Still necessarily a top 7 team player in the Premier League. You reckon he
Thomas,
can?
I'm sorry. If you're going to turn around and tell me that Moreno had a better game than Rice, that game, you didn't watch the game properly.
I'm not saying that I did. I just think from what I saw, I think McKenna had a better game.
Because he scored a goal.
No, I'm not saying because of the goal.
But in terms of
I'm not saying 'cause of the
performance, without Declan Rice, if you were to swap Declan Rice...
He's your starting 6, of course. I'm saying.
I
saying.
just think I'm saying in that game, we saw the best of what Declan Rice can do in the 6.
Okay.
All right. Yes, he gets shit for passing back sometimes. But when you've got centre-backs who can also play that pass into your midfielders that you're asking to, you can afford to pass back.
I'm just asking what's the 6 role.
Also, I don't know whether Partey's playing for a contract. But that brother is on
Thomas
something
confuses
else.
me, I'll be honest.
He is at right back as well. Like, I'll give it to him. He doesn't have the legs he used to, but he's doing well in that position.
You know who we've got to give it to, brother?
Who?
We've made fun of this club and this particular manager. Slot. No. Salam, stop.
No, I haven't.
Stop.
Go on.
Stop.
I haven't.
Still unbeaten. Still unbeaten.
Lucky to be on. No, they lost.
When?
Nottingham Forest.
My apologies. Unbeaten record away from home. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Brother. I'm going to say top 2.
I might be a salty Arsenal fan.
You are.
I
you
apologise.
Are. Spoiler, where is it?
Yeah.
He is.
Mikel Arteta went about 17 games away from home, unbeaten, kept about 12 clean sheets. But you know, he's doing this, he's doing that. Arne Slot does it. Everyone's on their
Hey,
knees
Salam,
for
you
it.
know a fun fact?
What?
Ten Hag's left the league and he's got more managers than Arteta. He's got more trophies than
So be it.
than
He's out
Arteta.
of a job. Mikel Arteta's still on the job.
He's on a fucking vacation like you rightfully said.
That job, that kind of Ten Hag comment you made is the definition of... Sorry, I can't even say that properly. The definition of trophies don't mean everything.
Some would say trophies extended his lifeline at the club.
Brother, Mikel Arteta won a freaking FA Cup with Mustafi, Luiz, and freaking Socrates holding at the back. What is that? And that meant nothing at the time.
I love you in the most respectful way.
I love me too.
Maybe a little bit too much, Salah.
No, but trophies don't
all right,
mean
no
everything.
worries, all right.
And to Liverpool fans out there, you
we
couldn't
go.
even beat half an Arsenal team.
And on that note,
Get over yourself.
moving on to my gracious club. 2-1. Salam off camera said that Odegaard plays that ball that Palmer played in his sleep.
Yes.
Quote unquote. Is that correct? You want to back
Yes, he
yourself
does.
up? Okay, amazing. Viewers, I challenge you to find a better ball than that.
I will pull one up.
Yeah, no problem.
You talk. I'll pull it up for you.
Gladly. Cole Palmer. What a brilliant ball to Neto. Brilliant ball. Classic counter-attack. Neto jumps over the hurdle that was the Newcastle defender. I believe it was Lewis Barry Hall, I believe. Salam Barry Hall. I think it was. Barry Hall.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis?
Lewis Hall. He came from you guys.
Yeah, sorry, Lewis Barry. Lewis Hall jumps over him like he's a hurdle, plays to Jackson. Jackson scores. Fun fact, Jackson's actually the top 5 Chelsea player in the least number of appearances to... Apparently he's got a video. In the least number of appearances to get to 20 goals. Beautiful goal. And then the second goal by Palmer. Salam, near post. Even you admit that was a beautiful finish.
No, it was Smiling Boy. I had him in my FPL. So, yeah. Nah, look, Palmer done well. He's the pass, by the way. He's your pass. Just for the
This
viewers.
is 8 invaluable minutes into our
That
podcast,
is
Salam.
completely fine. I'm here to
Producer,
prove a
you
point.
okay with that?
Ready? First time, exact same thing. Played him right through on goal.
2023
And he scored.
amazing,
Well,
amazing
sorry,
reference.
Odegaard's not been on the pitch for about 2 months. So
Some would say he wasn't in form before that, Salam.
Palmer is a great
Trailblazer
player.
on FIFA, that's all I'm saying.
Palmer is a great player, and I'll give it to Chelsea. You've gotten a lot of these players going. Nicholas Jackson. No man is happier for Mr. Jackson than me. I'll be honest.
For Miss Jackson or for Nicholas?
For both of them.
Okay.
I'm very happy for him because he's actually scoring goals. He looks a bit more confident than he
I
did last
agree.
season.
I agree. I don't like the celebration. Really, I don't. It's a bit weird, Nicholas.
But he's scoring goals. That's all that matters, bro.
That's all I give a shit. Salam. I want to talk about a brother that doesn't play in blue, that plays for the Toon Army. Alexander Isaac. Isaac, whatever we want to pronounce it. In what world do you not sweaty it to your free man? Correction, 2 free men in the second half. Did we say that? Got around Sanchez. Unbelievable. I don't understand in what world, how many triple captains did you get? I'm getting a bit of Luis Paqueta, Sandro Tonali, touch wood, it's just an accusation. I think he's got some money on himself to get 2 because I don't understand how you do not sweat. Have we watched the same thing?
Yeah.
How did you not sweaty it at that moment, man?
Look.
Even as a Chelsea fan, sweaty the ball. Colwell and fucking Caicedo high-fived each other like they just won the World Cup.
It's
couldn't believe
it's hard
themselves.
to understand it. My only thing is it selfishness? Is it he wants to kind of stat pad himself to go for a bigger contract to leave the club? Because there's been rumors of him.
Okay.
There has been rumors
That's
of
a
him
viable
being shopped around.
Viable conclusion.
But at the same time, you're playing for the team. You turn around, you pass the ball across, and then you move on. Man, fuck. No need for your name to be in headlights everywhere. And he gives me the vibe of that player.
I agree.
He
I agree.
likes the headlights. Top player, talented. And the way he moves on the ball is the closest thing I've seen to TT. Not saying he's TT.
Oh, yeah.
But they're in a very
In
similar
world
mold.
football or in Newcastle?
Tall, somewhat tall.
In world football or in Newcastle? Let's just.
Mate, in Newcastle.
That's a fair comparison. It's well
not
done.
going to say in world football. But
Okay, good, yeah.
if I was to compare him in terms of a mold, he's about, what is he? He's about 5'9", 5'10". He's about 5'10", 5'11", I think.
I think so.
He's tall, he dribbles, he's got a low center of gravity for someone who's tall, and he shouldn't be moving the way he
Women,
moves.
5'10" is tall. Just
Listen, if they tell you they're 6 foot, they're 5'9". Anyway. But yeah, Alexander Isak, yes, I do agree. It was a bit selfish.
Should have, man. I tell you who was selfish and who is never going to touch a ball in that attacking position again. Diego Dallo, bro.
Cost his manager a job.
What a club.
Cost his
What
manager
a
a
club.
job.
West Ham 2, United 1. Well, before we get on to Dallo's absolute horror show, penalty or no penalty, just really quickly. Okay, good.
Are you mad?
Yeah, brother, that's
Are
bad.
you mad?
That's bad. That's bad.
VAR needs, I don't know, you need to go to AA or something. You must have some sort of problem. Or it's ridiculous. You're costing teams games. They're costing teams games.
Yeah.
United's now out of a manager. They're gone. Ten Hag lost his job.
Yeah.
If that doesn't get turned over, he probably doesn't get the sack. I don't think he does. You walk away with a point instead
Maybe
of
I
three.
think it would have lasted the next international break.
Probably.
Maybe.
But to go down 2-1 to West Ham United,
Who aren't doing good this season, by the way. Let's establish that.
they had a higher XG. They had an XG of 3 goals, West Ham.
And Statman returns.
United had 18 shots.
Yeah.
To I think West Ham's 14. 5 on target, 4 big chances missed. It's ridiculous, bro.
Can I say something? Casemiro's best game for United. Good goal and a brilliant move. I think he nutmegged one of the players, then played it, and then played the ball to Dallo. Before the pass to get to Dallo.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think he had his good game, and I don't think he was one of those players that you might accuse of getting Ten Hag sacked. But, man, just in general, I think West Ham, I think maybe this is going to be one of their best games in the season because I don't think that they looked particularly convincing either, bro.
It's just...
Because United had chances, man.
I feel bad for them at this point.
For the
I
Hammers?
don't like for United. I don't like that club. I really don't.
Yeah.
They're not a club that I sit there and I glaze, if you want to call it that. But I've argued with enough of our mates that are United fans, even people that I've met.
Yep.
That club, until they just basically wipe out, factory reset from the top,
I think canteen ladies, everything.
everything from the chef to the director or the board to the players on the field. Keep 9, 10, 11 players that you have now.
Yeah,
Build
yeah,
around
yeah.
them. Your
Yeah, yeah,
Garnachos, your Hoylands, your Zerskis.
Yeah.
Even when you go into your mid, your Minus, De Ligt. There's plenty of players
Yeah.
that I think you can grow a team
agree.
around. Get rid of the rest of
I agree.
them. Suffer for 2-3 years like we did.
You're
like
going to have
did,
to. You're going to have to.
and then just go. But
agree.
you need the right manager. And I think Ten Hag was the right manager. To this day, Ten Hag at Ajax, if they gave him that exact blueprint, Thomas, not bring in your Dutch players, but when I say blueprint, I mean let him just clean out properly, let the club completely trust him for 3 to 5 years, and then build your team, they'd be in a very different position.
Okay. For me, it was a clear game of two halves, bro. United had the first half, West Ham had the second, but... Man, United made 40 clearances. And I'm going to say right now, I don't know the exact state. I think 39 were in the second half, bro.
Bro, I don't even think we made anywhere
Bro,
near 40 clearances
bad.
last season. And we play Sunday League.
Again, he's just compared Division 3.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Shout out to the boys, by the way. Salam, hold the trophy. Shout out to the boys. I thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Was it undefeated, Salam?
Undefeated, mate.
was.
Undefeated.
Some would say Salam made team of the year.
Hey, we actually did win the Mounties
Yes.
Team of the Year
Yes.
across every sport.
Wow.
Every sport.
I reckon another small clap for the boys, Salam. For the boys.
Congrats to the boys. Major announcement. I'll say this. I've unfortunately had to hang up the gloves.
Another clap for that one. Salam, he's gone.
I've officially retired from my somewhat semi-amateur playing career, and I'll be moving into coaching this season.
Moving swiftly on, or
Moving swiftly on.
to, for me, the game of the week, and spoiler alert, the player of the week from this team. Brother, what a game. Brighton 4, Ipswich 3. For me, I'm looking at the game, man, I'll tell you what, Liam Delap's going to get a move next year. That brother looks good. I think Brentford didn't expect to have the game that Ipswich gave to them.
Yeah.
I think Ipswich really put up a really good fight. But for me, man, this boy, Brian Mbebu, a lot of talks about how he's going to live up to Tony. A lot of talks, can him and Wissa do it and even get to half of Tony numbers?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I've always loved the brother. I always have. For me, it would be a big loss if the linked name, and obviously it's not confirmed yet who the next United manager is. Thomas Frank is linked. Have you seen that?
I saw that. He won't take the job.
I like Thomas. I do like Thomas.
Thomas Frank, if he takes the job at United, will be sacked within 2 seasons, and you'll find him coaching somewhere in Sweden or something.
No.
I don't want it for him. I don't want that.
Do you love
for him.
Thomas?
I love Thomas.
I love Thomas.
I love Thomas.
Thank you, Salah. I appreciate that.
And he's, to be quite frank,
Carry on.
I don't think he should take the job.
Well done, Salah.
But on Mbeumo, sorry.
Brian.
That's
Brian.
my effing FPL captain. Tactical masterclass, I'll say that.
He's done the Rashford, by the way. Carry on.
15 points in FPL, got the full 3 bonus points. When he scored that winner as well, I was watching the game. I'm like, I'm tuning in here.
Still going to make the podium, mate.
Look,
Anyway.
I'm a lot closer to the podium than you'll probably ever be this season. So, onto the UBF, the Lightweight Athletic Club Player of the Week for this week is Mr. Brian Mbeumo.
Brian.
himself.
Big clap for Brian.
2 big crucial goals. They stood up.
What shirt size you reckon Brian is? Because we'll get something shipped out to him because he's the boy.
He's pretty ripped.
You reckon he's a medium? He's a medium? Just so I can.
Mate, send him a large.
Send him a large. Why not? Grow into it.
Mate, if he needs to grow into it, grow into it. At that point, if he grows into it, it'll be the next version of Akinfinwa. Akinfinwa.
Before we move on to the El-Classico review, I think for me, the game that's given Barca the title, I'm going to say it now, it would be rude for an Arsenal podcast, some would say, to not talk about Tottenham, Salam, just really quickly.
Tottenham get battered.
Everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered.
Everywhere they go. Look, mate.
Was it pretty?
That club is just a pile of stinking hot Tottenham shit.
It wasn't pretty. And I'll tell you what, besides Mikey Moore, they looked fucking as blunt as a blunt pencil. They looked fucked, brother. There was nothing in attack.
Yeah.
They were not sharp. 0.
Can I make a very wild prediction?
And to be sacked by the end of the year?
No.
Is it? No?
No. Ange Postecoglou to manage Manchester United within the next 3 years.
Would you say we heard that? Ange Postecoglou to manage United within the next 3 years. Would you like to move on to the El-Classico now, Salah?
No. I could say it.
You
Because
could say many things.
Tottenham are just as impatient of a club as Manchester United are.
Okay.
And at what point, this is me asking you, do you think they'll turn around to Ange and be like, sorry, mate?
Just wasn't the standards, mate.
Yeah, well, at what point do you think they'll turn around?
You reckon he can come and do a job over here, mate?
Well, South Melbourne need you, mate.
I don't know. I don't see it for me personally. I don't see it. I think Potter will do an okay job at United. I think Potter. I don't think the Southgate memes. I think there are other teams, other clubs, fan bases wanting Southgate to go there. I don't see the Ange thing there, bro.
You need a manager that can take as much toxicity as that club can give.
I thought Mourinho was the guy. When Mourinho went there, I'll never forget. I was in Europe. Salam, quick side. I was in Europe, in Croatia, God's country, some would say. When that news broke and they were signing Zlatan, they were signing Pogba's, and I went, you know what, bro, this is it. I went, fuck, they got a team. I don't know. I don't see it.
You don't think Ole was the one?
Ole's at the wheel.
All jokes aside,
No.
like I actually thought that
The night in Paris is crazy, but no, I didn't see it.
just like he was a United legend, I felt like he was given too much shit. And I felt like he had the worst, let's just say, era, if you want to call it that, of that last 5 years. He probably had them at their most turmoilness, or if you want to call it. He didn't get to bring in as many players as he wanted to. Right. He didn't have as much to play with. And then the players then were probably more pissier than ever.
Speaking of that pissy attitude, man,
Yeah.
as both Madrid boys,
I'm avoiding the conversation.
well, I'm going to bring it to you. Fuck, man. Let's just. And what I liked and appreciated about Barca, Barca, I really respected the way they took their goals. It wasn't typical Barca, bro. There was a couple of long balls. There was a couple of progressive passes that were really fucking inside their own half. And man, the two centre backs from Madrid, they were, excuse the word, wider open than eight. Oh, we're not going to press that button.
A good friend on a Thursday night.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would say Saturday night, Salam. But for me, man, fuck. Rafinha had a game. Lever's back to his best. Lamau at 17, that brother is fucking doing things that Messi and Ronaldo were ever dreaming of at doing to 17.
Ridiculous.
I am very scared that they're going to run away with it. I think for me, big call. We'll come back to it. Salam likes to put flashbacks of his big calls. That's the game that Barca win the title. If it's by 1 point, if it's by a goal difference, somehow if Madrid catch up, they won the title. I'm going to call it now.
All right.
I'm a Madrid boy. Love Madrid. They won the title.
Another big call. I'm going to return your big call.
Let me have my big call, man.
You got your big call.
Okay, go.
If Barca win the league, and if they go deep enough in the Champions League,
Let me win to
No,
win
no.
Ballon d'Or.
Rafinha will win the Ballon d'Or.
We'll move on.
No, bro. Have you seen the way he's playing?
Yeah, I
Have
get
you
it.
seen
I
the
get
way
it.
he's playing?
I get it.
If he
Listen,
continues
just because
that
he
for
got
the rest of the
curls doesn't mean he's Dino.
No.
Doesn't mean he's Dino.
Thomas, answer my question. If he continues the form that he's in now and plays like that the whole season, you don't think he's coming?
Just because Rodri and Rafinha have the same letter in the alphabet, do not fucking get mistaken for a minute that the brother from Brazil in a relegation battle. No, please don't. I think you're getting confused with Ronaldinho that we saw at the start that just landed. Don't.
Listen. If he has anything,
fucking credibility.
Thomas,
For God's sake.
Thomas, we talked about Vinny at the top of the show. This is a Madrid fan talking. If he has a season close to anything that Vinny produced last season, he's gonna come close to it. Dear God, if they win the Champions League and the La Liga,
If he comes top 5, I'll give you anything you want.
all right, sweet, shake on it, mate. Anyway,
Bear in mind, there is a budget.
On that-
but the budget wasn't disclosed.
on that point, Kylian Mbappe,
yeah.
Kylian Mbappe, arguably the best player in the world. Some would argue right
Rodri
now.
is.
Apparently Rodri is. Kylian Mbappe, you're a fucking great. World class, if not elite of the elite footballer.
Yep.
I can understand 1 offside. 2, 3, freaking 8, bro.
I reckon it was 9.
8,
I think he missed one.
9, bro.
Probably 10. Fuck me, man.
Thomas, you would have been on side for one of them, for half of them.
I would have kept him on side.
You would have kept. Of course you would have, my left back. But come on, man.
I don't fuck, man. I have zero idea. For me, when they signed him, when you've got Gula, when you've got Diaz, when you got Rodrigo, when you got Vinny, when you got Belly,
They won
even Hossadu last year.
And they won Haaland as well.
Pardon?
They won Haaland too.
So many fucking attacking options. Are we serious?
I'm over it, bro.
This Galactico approach hasn't worked. You saw PSG build a fucking motherfucker Avengers. Zero. Zero glue, zero chemistry, zero team building. Man, it's disgusting for me.
I
Simon.
just worry, and I said this a few weeks ago, I worry with Madrid, it's games like this, when things don't go your way, it's just going to completely splatter. It's just going to go out the window to the point where we're going to lose 3, we're going to lose 4, 5-0 sometimes. And when it comes to teams like this, when it comes to the Champions League, they come up against the Manchester City and Arsenal, Inter Milan, teams that are going to be able to hold them off and just go. They're screwed.
I'm scared, bro.
But that's what happens when you have that many egos in one team.
I'm scared, bro. I'll be honest, I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Barca aren't the same Barca from 10 years ago, but this is a different Barca.
Yeah.
This is a Barca where there isn't necessarily one superstar
I agree.
or 3 superstars and the rest work around
Because
them.
it's a beautiful, youthful lineup. And for me, bro, I'm gonna say as far. They're gonna win. They're gonna win La Liga. They're gonna win La Liga. They're coming top 4 in the Champions League. They're coming top 4 in the Champions League. I'm gonna be honest. And for me, they're gonna win the FIFA World Club.
It's a joke.
FIFA
bro. It's a
Club World
joke.
Cup.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Real Madrid, like you've spent that much money. You've brought in Kylian Mbappe.
If they cause Ancelotti to get sacked, I'll be personally upset because a new manager won't fix it. You've signed too many fucking egos. You signed too many firepower up front, and you can't make them glue. It's embarrassing.
My dad's a Barca supporter. I spent all of Sunday morning.
Wait, Ange Postecoglou?
Yeah, Ange Postecoglou, man. He's twin. My dad spent all of Sunday morning doing this or asking me what's 2 + 2.
Window.
I said non-applicable. Error. I can't have my dad every time we lose to them go like this.
Yeah.
And they made it even better. We drew 2-2 to Liverpool, and he's going like this as well the next morning. Like
He's playing chopsticks with this a lot.
he's doing one of these ones, and it just pisses me off. And before we move on from this, you don't get your shit together. You're gonna frustrate. Madrid fans are ruthless,
Bro, you saw the treatment of Gareth Bale. Fuck me.
brother. They kill their signings before they even get there.
Yeah,
You don't understand. If Madrid are linked with a player, this is what a lot of Aussie fans don't understand. Madrid fans, when it comes to as passionate for their club, them and Barca are like that.
It's a different level of ruthlessness. Sorry, apologies, viewers. It's a different level of ruthlessness.
Yes.
At Madrid. It's a different level.
You know, like you said with Gareth Bale, Ronaldo copped it for a while.
Of course.
Benzema copped it for a while.
Yeah.
You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold's linked, and we said it weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just think that if he goes there,
No, stay, please stay.
he can't leave the Premier League.
No.
Like
He'll get exposed.
Jude, bro, if Jude has a bad season, this is what I worry about. Jude has one bad season.
Yeah.
They're going to crucify him.
Before we go on to a Madrid sadness chat, just quickly before we go on to the Ninja A-League, Salam, did we see Inter Juve 4-4, brother? What a game. Yildiz, second coming of Dybala.
Hey.
Jesus Christ. I heard on the commentary goes, the successor to Del Piero. For me, he plays like a fucking Dybala, man.
We're talking-
He even did his celebration. No, bro.
We're talking this league is...
And he came off the bench, Yildiz, man. What a player. City R's tight this year. It's exciting. But, man, it was a fucking cracker game, Salam.
You're talking about Yilmaz.
Yeah, Yilmaz. Yeah.
The brother I predicted to be top scorer of the Euros.
No, a different one.
Different Yilmaz.
Could be son, Salam. No. Very, very young Salam. If you quick want to go on Footmob and search it. Kenik Yilmaz, I think. Young Turkish player. Absolutely off his head, man. Came off the bench. I compare him to a Florian Wirtz, Salam. Just think of Florian Wirtz, but Turkish.
I think when it comes to Florian Wirtz as well in that style,
I fucking love Wirtz, man.
I'm starting to fall in love with that style of play.
Yeah, man. I told you. For me, that's my favourite mold of play. That's why I fell in love with Smith Rowe. I'm not comparing Smith Rowe to fucking Wirtz or Yildiz. But
Hey, did you see Smith Rowe's run before that goal?
I did, Salam. I did, and I wish the brother celebrated a bit, and I wish he took on the shot. But beautiful ball to Obi. The two Arsenal boys, man.
Hey, he took that ball and he ran and he thought of you, Thomas. And he's like, I'm doing this for Thomas Miletic. I'm doing this for UBF. And I hope it cracked a smile. It sounds like you're a bit less, you're not as grateful for what he done for you, Thomas.
Well, Smith Rowe, Emil, if that was for me, I appreciate it. Thank you, Salam. Thank you for that beautiful shout out. I don't think it was personally for me. I think he needed to get me some fantasy points, so maybe that was. But no, Emil, very, very proud. I think it's so far been a successful move to Fulham, and I hope it keeps going. I hope maybe he finds a way back to Arsenal, because I don't think Arsenal fans have hold any bitterness. Maybe you can speak more on that, Salam, but I don't think they've got any bitterness towards him.
They'll welcome him back
with
with open hands. And I think we don't want another Wilshere.
Of course.
Where we let
he
him
accepted the job at Norwich.
Yeah. Hey, you're seeing a few of these boys. I just want to see one ex-player coach.
Squadron Mustafi.
No,
Sure.
Santi Cazorla. Imagine like him actually training these players. Before you know it, you got 11 players who can play on both feet.
Get a shrimp on the barbie. Remember that advert? That's the best advert.
Shrimp on the barbie, yeah? I remember.
There's that, mate. Speaking of an Aussie accent, let's go back to the Aussie League for a second, Salam. This week, we kick off the Ninja A-League, Salam. A beautiful league. Starts 2 weeks later than the men this year. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to go through a really quick review, Salam. And we're going to give maybe our early predictions, Salam. I know there's a couple of the girls have been in touch with them. They're a bit superstitious of their predictions, Salam. But I think we're happy to give ours and who's our winner.
I'm going to disclose one thing. And this is maybe us learning the ropes as well with the Women's League. We sent out a few messages to a few of the players. Yeah. We knew through the A-League women. And we're like, send us, similar to what we've done with the men's one. Mm-hmm. Give us your prediction, who you think's going to win, and your Julie Dolan medal. I got a response from the first 4 players. Oh, look, we're a bit superstitious. We're not like, jinxing anything, or as Jordan Thompson said, she doesn't want to give any bad juju to anyone for predicting the wrong thing. So
speaking of where Jordan Thompson plays,
yes,
Sydney FC, Salam, talk to me.
Yes, Sydney FC this year, it's a new challenge, bro.
It's a big transition year, man.
No Courtney Vine,
yeah, bro.
No Jada Wyman.
I think the man you're going to mention next for me is more important. Keyword on man.
Before we get on to the men, Charlotte McLean has left as well. That's 3 core players that have left.
Yeah.
Ante Juric's last season at the club. I'm not sure whether he's doing both. but because they don't overlap, the seasons don't overlap.
Can't do both. You're only allowed to be registered with one.
He
Maybe
can't-
Salam's about to do both on
He
Football
can't.
Manager
He
and Rovers.
can't. He can't coach
No,
A-League Women's. No,
No,
even if though it's a different 100%.
I'm 99% sure, Salam. I'm 99% sure.
Anyway, he's off to Sydney United.
Yeah.
You've
Off
got
to Sydney
yourself.
United.
You've got yourself a good one, Thomas.
Fuck it.
You've got
Mate,
yourself.
Crow, we welcome the Crows back at Denza Park. We do love that, Salam. I think it's going to be revolutionary for our club, but enough about the beautiful Sydney United. Salam, do you reckon they're going to go as good?
Look-
Maybe for a third, Pete, Salam?
We've brought in Kaya Simon.
Really good signing for the change room, especially.
If she stays fit, that's my only issue. If she stays fit, we've got ourselves one hell of a striker. All right. The other person we've brought in is Millie Farrow. Now, she's basically touted as Courtney Vine's replacement.
Okay.
You've got Kaylee Talon-Haneke. You've got Indiana Dos Santos. I think they want to use Indiana more of a midfield style kind of 10.
Less on the wing.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting, man.
Will be.
Kaya Simon. Like,
Big signing.
it's a big signing.
From Marin.
She started at Sydney FC.
She did. Speaking of the other Sydney team, about 45 kilometres left to Rudy Hill, Salam. West Sydney Wanderers, I have predicted maybe in a video you'll see very shortly for the Wanderers to make finals. That's my prediction. I'm going to stay with it because we have been so desperate for a final, especially for our women's team, and the women's deserve it, man. We've been to the Members' Day, Salam. We've seen a couple of their hit-outs. They look good, and I think under a second season of the main man, I think we'll be okay. I think, honestly, we will get there. I think Sophie Harding maybe won't get the same numbers as she got because she set it really, really high. But I think she's going to be up around. I think she's going to lead this youthful team to the finals. So.
Look, someone say she's my arch nemesis. Yeah, we've had our Chelsea Arsenal debates. I've had to throw on a filthy Chelsea jersey on because of her and a bet we made.
You loved it, don't you?
Mate, I dreaded every moment I had that jersey on. I felt like I was betraying my my family doing that. But I do have high hopes for that team.
Thank you, Aslam.
I've got a soft spot for that team, and I think it was because it was one of the first women's teams we actually kind of
Yeah, absolutely.
got out and saw.
And they've been excellent to us as well.
And they've been very good to us as well in terms of getting in and around, being able to, mix in and interview
Absolutely.
and do all of that with the team. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You've signed Sienna Saveska
Yeah,
from
Sydney.
Sydney FC, and you've brought in Talia Capitanelis.
Yeah,
Did you sign her brother as well?
possibly.
I think you signed him from
Possibly.
Rockdale.
Uh,
The centre back you've brought in.
or maybe.
I don't know. Someone's got
So
to
you,
check that one.
Salam, you got some good knowledge you from the West Sydney Wanderers.
Listen, we get it. I mean, I'm around that ground enough to kind of understand, but
We welcome you every time you come, by the way.
I do agree with you. I think Robbie Hooker can take them to top six.
I think Hooker will, bro.
On to the next team, though. Western United.
You know what? Top 4.
You reckon?
Yeah, man. Third place last year, bro. Third place last year, cuz.
Yeah, but it was... Bro, last year Western United had basically the minor premiership.
Is
run.
Lagazo still there?
I think
Yes,
so.
you'll be okay. For me, Western United, just explain to us. Maybe you can reach out to us, Western. We follow each other on TikTok. Disclaimer. Western United, can you explain to me why you have 2 captains? I don't get the only team in the Ninja A-League to have 2 captains. And the only team in the A-League in Australia to have 2 captains. Besides my Sporting Rovers team.
Maybe...
Confused.
Well, look, some teams, maybe they just... You can't pick between 2. Honestly, sometimes you just can't pick between 2.
But I think it's good to have a captain and 2 vice captains. That's how I normally pick them.
I think what they'll do on the field is there'll probably be one that talks to the ref and deals with all of that. And then there's one that kind of leads...
So who wears the armband? Lagazo.
Probably. Like
Lagazo.
but that team in general, man, they've... I think... I forgot what her name was. The striker.
No,
Oh...
I don't know.
Forgot her
Dunno.
name.
Dunno.
But no, she killed the last season. The American, the number 9. Oh, dear Lord.
That's going to burn you. For me, though, I'm interested to see Kat Smith's full season in charge. Obviously, she worked at the West Sydney Wanderers before, Salam. But I think she is going to be really, really good. And I think if she gets how she wants them to play,
Yes.
I think she'll be able to get them to top 4, Salam, I'll be honest.
I've got the name.
Tell me.
I've got the name. And I do think they've got enough to get to top 4. But Hannah Keane.
Oh, Kenny.
Hannah Keane.
Yeah.
Yes, I think if she stays fit, and obviously she had a really bad injury, I don't think she's going to be fit for round 1. But if they can get her back up and running, and that back end of the season,
Yeah.
they'll be good to go. And Amy Medwin, our good friend as well.
Amy.
Yeah, look, she doesn't have to deal with Courtney Vine anymore, so she's cheering there.
to the only team yet, obviously Auckland, maybe God willing, hopefully they can create a women's team. But Wellington, across the ditch, Salam. Wellington Phoenix, for me, massive player they've lost, especially Maisie Fraser, bro. Young, talented. A lot of people talking about it. Sort of similar to like Talia Yunus from the West Sydney Wanderers. Happy birthday, Talia, by the way. Your birthday was a couple of days ago. For me, Salam, I think it's going to be a tough year for the Knicks on the women's side.
Yeah, look,
man.
They've brought in a few good players. So
The keeper, who's the keeper?
She's from Portugal. I don't know too much about her, but Carolina Vilhau. So there's a bit more international experience there. It's a bit more depth out to the squad. Yep. Obviously, they've also brought in a Japanese midfielder, Tanaka, and returning New Zealand international Grace Jail. So they've added a few extra players. Obviously, they've lost two very good attackers. Speckmeyer was the other one.
Yep. Speckmeyer, yes.
They looked good last year. I'll give them
Fraser's a big loss, bro. Fraser was critical. Fraser was crucial, some would say so.
No, and even when the Wanderers had to go there the last game of the season, they didn't make it easy for teams to go to Wellington.
No.
It was a very hard ground to win at.
Yep.
I think if they can keep that, they'll be right.
Yep.
But for me, they're kind of floating around 5th, 6th.
Okay. Perth Glory, Salam. Alex Ikepas, the old coach, is gone, replaced by Stephen Peters. Bringing a fresh challenge and fresh strategy, and maybe some glory to Perth Glory.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun. Salam, I'm seeing nothing. Maybe because it's Stephen Peters' first year. I'm not going to be proclaimed to be a Stephen Peters' admirer or watcher. I just don't think the signings. I think Zog looks good. I'm not going to go anywhere near that first name, Salam. But I'm a bit concerned. Obviously, she plays at the back. I don't know.
Oninechi? I do agree. It's just very similar to the men's team. It just feels like a whole lot of not nothing. I just think there's potential. I just don't think that they have it in them to crack the kind of top 6. We saw it last year as well. They were basically being, I don't want to use that reference again, but demolished by every team that they played. We played them at home. They had all the ball. Yeah. We let them have the ball. Sydney FC being that. 3-0 in no time. Courtney Vyman down the other side. Hawksby hit one on the volley.
You can have the ball. It's what you do with it. And for me, I agree with you, Salam. I agree. I don't think it's going to be...
Yeah. Unless Zog can pull something out of the hat.
Yeah. For me, bro, Newcastle Jets. First ever finals appearance last year. Semi-final, Salam. Serena Bolden obviously had a massive play. We've recently seen Newcastle play, obviously being at West Sydney Wanderers Football Park.
Yeah.
They look okay. They did trouble the Wanderers, got it back to 1-1. For me, Campbell, he looks all right. Very vocal coach. Obviously, we heard what he could do at the West Sydney Wanderers game. Yeah, man. For me, breakout star, I'm going to call it maybe Cassidy Davis. I like her. I really, really do like her. And I think her leadership will be crucial if Newcastle want to make anywhere near that top 4, top 6.
I'm going to go the other side. I think Krzyzniak's going to do well.
She's up the front.
I think she's a wide player. If I remember correctly.
But she's not defensive.
But I've been seeing a lot about her recently, and I think that she's one that'll be able to add a bit of depth, a bit of versatility. But we saw them at Wanderers Park, like you said. They looked good. Obviously, you know,
Wanderers first hit out.
When you've got Sophie Harding on the other team as well, it's very hard to kind of keep her off the score sheet.
True.
So, for me, again, very similar to Wellington. They're going to float between 5th, 6th, maybe even 7th, 8th. But on to the final few teams, mate. Let's go with Melbourne Victory.
Come on. Victory will win. Victory will win the Ninja A-League this year. Alex Shiriak, Emily Gilnack, Kayla Morrison, Nicolita Flannery. Juric is a big loss, and trust me, maybe you're trying to hide that pain. I think Villa Victory are going to win it, bro. I'll be honest with you, because they were unlucky to go between. They were unlucky to get eliminated last year's elimination final. Correct me if I'm wrong. You versed them in the elimination final, I believe. I think you did.
I played them in the final. Or was that Melbourne City?
Melbourne City.
Yeah.
You beat Victory in the elimination final. And for me, they were unlucky there because obviously they're the best team, and rightfully so. Sydney won it. For me, they're going to win it this year, bro. And I don't think, for me, there's a close contender between FC and them.
Bro, even the depth, the stocks they've got.
They've added.
Like, I think I've got it here. If you bear with me a second, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy, bro. It's off the charts.
I was doing a bit of look into each squad earlier today, and when you go to Melbourne Victory, here we go. Starting team. There we go. Kayla Morrison, like you said, you got Pickett, Kidiak, Lowe, Lydia Williams is between there as well.
Yeah.
That's a Matilda.
Crucial off the field experience.
Yeah, and you got Gilnick as well. They've brought in Jansevsky, like the Flannery, like you said earlier. It's just ridiculous, the depth in that team. I thought we had a good team last year, but their team on paper this year looks good. They're crosstown rivals.
Listen, for me, there was only 2 coaches that you could replace it with. The brother that works for Juventus and for Arsenal, Joe, he coached the A-League All-Stars women's Montenegro, something like that.
Montenegro, whatever.
That brother.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the candidates. And then obviously they've went to the MPL side and they've picked up Joe. Help me out. Not Joe, sorry. Help me out. Matsutu.
Sorry, bear with me. I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Oh, I will. So you better do it.
Where is
Matrosini?
Oh, Matriciani.
Matriciani, well done, Salam. Should pick up Italian at school. Matriciani, I think for me, really, really good appointment. And I've seen a couple of back rooms, exclusive videos, Salam, how he coaches it. Very calm, very good presence, good to speak to. I think in women's football, that's crucial. I think Rebecca Scott played her 100 game for City. She's been
around for a while.
Been around for a while, bro. And for me, I think they're going to look good. I don't think they're going to get first like last year, Salam. I think he's going to need maybe one more season to get them going. But I think they'll make top 4 comfortably. For me, you look in Victory, City, FC, and my 4 team's coming up.
Do you think Rebecca will finish her career in New Zealand?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't gone back yet.
Auckland make a team, Rebecca will be there.
Last few teams, Central Coast Mariners. That, for me, is my pick.
There for me, 4th.
Yeah? I think they'll be in the grand final somehow.
Okay.
Because, yes, they've lost Kaya Simon, but, man, they've got a good team. They've
Yep.
got a good foundation there.
Yep.
And I was watching a bit of Marty the Mariners clips with the head coach from there. I think it's M Husband.
Yep.
I believe her name is. They've got a good core group, and the Mariners have become a club where they're able to kind of grow, and they're able to grow within and just kind of pump out players left, right, and centre.
I agree.
So
For me, they're coming finals. For me, a team that I don't think they've tried in terms of their signings, but I don't think Adelaide's going to be anywhere near, bro. Adelaide challenging season last year, man.
Yeah.
Really, really challenging season. Don't get me wrong, Fiona Wirtz, really, really good signing because she's experienced. I believe she's won the Julie Dolan medal,
Yes.
Salam, and top goal scorer.
Yes.
So really, really good signing. Good intent by Adelaide.
Yep.
But I don't think they're going to be anywhere near there, bro, to be honest.
now we'll quickly go through the Brisbane Roar. I think when it comes to Brisbane, I think it's just another standard season.
The men's and the women's?
Men's and the women's.
I'm concerned. Canberra. I like Canberra. You know what? Canberra as a place, I don't mind it. People give it shit because it's small, and I don't understand why it's the capital of Australia. Melbourne and Sydney back in the 90s or 80s, sort your shit out. One of you pick it to be a capital. But I like it, and I think they're going to be good this year. Obviously, some of our good players that Salam's going to put up have been really, really good associates, and we'll call them friends of the podcast.
Friends of UBF. And I'll say this as well. Canberra United have signed players that are going to be hungry. They've signed 3 or 4 players that were on the fringe of a team.
With a point to prove.
And that's what's going to work. Obviously, Janina Dos Santos. You've got Bethany Gordon as well from Western Sydney.
Maya Markosovi.
Yeah, Aideen Keane, Darcy Malone. He said Maya Markovsky. She was the MPL Golden Boot winner for Victoria, MPL 2.
Yeah, and then she went to
Melbourne Victory. And then, like Jaya Bowman and then Emma Robers.
But the
Michelle
main,
Heyman.
the main woman's still there. And for me, they're coming 5th. They're coming just outside the 4. They're coming 5th.
All right. Final predictions. I don't think we've forgotten the team.
No, we haven't.
No.
Auckland, they haven't got one.
Your winner and Julie Dolan medal winner.
Okay. Winner, Melbourne Victory.
Yeah.
Hinted early before. And I think for me, if Canberra make top 4, Michelle Heyman's winning Julie Dolan. Michelle Heyman's winning Julie Dolan. How can you not reward her after a Socceroos cap, bro? I don't know. That's my rogue shout.
Mine's between FC and Melbourne Victory.
Surprise there. Oh, Victory as well? Okay.
Victory looks strong, bro.
Don't you, bro? Victory's going to win it.
I'm gonna go with my heart,
FC to win it.
and I'm gonna say FC's gonna win it.
Well done, sir.
My Julie Dolan medal, I think she's gone back to back, bro. I think Sofa's gone back to back. I think she's.
I respect you for saying West Sydney Wanderers player.
She's enough of a start in that team to do it back to back.
Respect you.
And on that note, we're gonna end it there. There's some news coming over the next week.
Massive news.
We are here, there, and everywhere this week. So
We don't sleep, do we, Salam?
No, we don't. Stay tuned. I think you got to stay tuned. We're going to film another episode now when I go to bed. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
Pleasure as always. Just lastly, we forgot to mention at the start, thank you to Bella Vista for always hosting us, being such amazing hosts. And on that note, Salam, like you said, stay tuned, like, subscribe, share the potty to all your mates and to the girls and boys. Thank you very much. We have been UBF. I've been Thomas.
I've been Abs.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao, ciao.